Ooh, what's the deal? What's the deal with you? Give me just 1 second.
Let's take a look here at the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, how they closed in the first trading day of June. Now, this market check is sponsored by Tastyworks. All three of the major averages closing in the red today. You can see the Dow up 176 points. S&P and NASDAQ are also in the red, off just around 0.7%. In terms of the biggest laggards inside the Dow today, Walmart, that's not closing off just around 2.5%. 3M, American Express, JP Morgan, and Travelers, the top five, or the five worst performers inside the Dow today.
The Web3 world, consisting of crypto and the NFT marketplace, as well as the metaverse, is largely male-dominated these days. Research shows that women make up fewer than 15% of the crypto space. Founder of the billion-dollar cosmetics company Huda Beauty, as well as Wishful Skincare, Huda Katana is among the powerhouses attempting to change that dynamic. I had the chance to sit down with the influencer and entrepreneur at Gary Vaynerchuk's NFT conference, VCon, to talk about the volatility she often warns of in this industry.
As much as...
Ooh, what's the deal? What's the deal with you? You already know what time it is. Another episode of Whale Watching Wednesdays. Brought to you live from FB Investment Group. Yeah, the FlyBoiiEnt Investment Group, FBIG. Today, I'm finna talk about some stocks. Truly, before I even talk about the stocks, I want to talk about the state of the world. Technically, we have officially hit a bear market in the stock market. And really, how you know that we've hit a bear market is when the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, when they stop hitting their all-time highs. So yeah, when they start hitting the 52-week lows, and I don't even think they've hit a low just yet. I might look at it in just a second. But yeah, man, I got a couple things to talk about while we're here, while we're in this bear market. First thing first, I'll be honest with you. Me light my cigar as I sit back and chop it up with you. First thing first. At this moment in time, it's really best that you save all your coins. Yeah, these last couple months, I'm not gonna lie, I've been going on a shoe shopping spree. I didn't buy more shoes in 2020 than I done probably bought in the last 5 or 6 years. Or I done bought more shoes in 2022 than I done bought since I graduated high school. Yeah, man, and really because of this bear market and everything that we're about to head into, because of the way this economy is about to go, if I was you, I'm gonna tell you, man, stack your chips. Now, don't stack your chips for emergency purposes. If you're broke, just do what you got to do and get the bills paid and stuff like that. But yeah, man, in this time that we're in right now and the times that we're heading into, only buy things that are going to add value to your life. I had to acknowledge the fact, me buying shoes is not really adding too much value to my life. It's not really adding value to me in any kind of way besides me just having a closet full of shoes that I don't wear. And that's number one as far as we're going to this bear market. As we're really starting to begin this transition into this bear market economy, and possibly this recession. Because when I came up on here earlier, what does this say? Stock slide to start June. There is a hurricane headed for the economy. I don't know who this guy is that said this, Diamond. JP Morgan CEO. I might have to look at, I might read into him a little bit. I'm not gonna do that with y'all. I might just go, for my knowledge. Look, first thing first, let's get this out the way. I am no financial advisor. Everything that I talk about is truly meant for you to go back and do your own research on. Man, I just read the news and I look at some shit and I tell you what I do. In a sense, more just to educate, as well to make y'all understand in the sense that this is what this is what I'm trying to do well into my 50s. Yeah, I'm 25 right now. Man, if I do this for the next 25 years, if I continue understanding the economy and financial, the financial state of the world and the financial state of this country for the next 25 years, yeah, I'm trying to do this for the next 25 years. So yeah, I might have to see what Jamie Dimon's talking about. Although he said the U.S. economy is headed into a hurricane. Man, he don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But yeah, man, and that's why I'm saying that, because of titles and stuff like that, because of the people who have been doing this for years are looking at the financial economy and the U.S. economy like that. If I was you, I would stack your chips and only spend money on the things that are going to add value to you and to your life. Like I said, how you know that we're headed into a bear market economy is that the indexes, like the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, they're no longer hitting their all-time highs. Like, they were continuing to get high. Honestly, the 2020 and 2021 pump of money going into the market, I think that's really why. But now that they're no longer hitting highs like they were, you know it's finna go backwards. Economy should always grow. So when the economy starts cutting back and people aren't spending money like that and stuff like that anymore, that's how you know it's bear market terror. There's some fear in the market. Now, I was looking at earnings. Let me see if I can actually, I pulled up a couple. Yahoo earnings. And I'm gonna just do a financial earnings report. Let's look at the news. CNA Financial is up. It's a lot of major companies. I was looking at this last week. I think I was looking at this like Thursday or Friday when the earning reports came out. Like Target, Walmart, their earnings is down. Meaning, if every Walmart was making $1 million the last couple months, or at the end of 2021, right now they're only making about 850, maybe 750. What this just says, what Target's down, GameStop is losing 158 million. Jeez. So I don't know whatever their number was at, but last year, their numbers are going down. Victoria's Secret says that their reports are better than expected, but challenges could persist. Zoom is going down. I believe that the only reason Zoom isn't making as much money as it was is because during quarantine and stuff like that, when people weren't going into the office, there were a lot of Zoom meetings and Zoom calls. What's the deal? Yeah, today, this is Whale Watching Wednesdays. I get on here every Wednesday, look at the stock market, look at the state of the financial, the U.S. economy. I was reading some earning reports last week. Yeah, man, the CEO of JP Morgan, he says, man, the U.S. economy is about to head into a hurricane. I'm actually sitting, and really, I'm gonna tell you why. Because what these earnings really mean is, let's say Best Buy or Walmart, let's say they sell TVs, and let's say each month Walmart and Best Buy sells 10 TVs, and that's what it's expected to do. So they order 10 TVs. but they're only selling 5 right now. Now, they're not selling as many TVs, so at that point, they really don't have the money to pay all the what's it called. So I'm telling you right now, if you have a job, you better maintain that job and please don't quit. And I'm saying that because people don't want to go to work right now, which is kind of fucking up the money in general in a sense. Now, I understand pay wages and all that. If you want me to, I can get into that. But once the companies aren't making the money, they're finna start laying off employees. Target, like I just told you, man, Target's earnings is down. Walmart's earnings is down. Victoria's Secret's earnings is down. Man, what else? GameStop earnings is down. Meaning, all those companies I just named are finna start laying off employees. Because what is this? I think this was the second quarter earnings. I don't know what, we are going into the second quarter. Truly, we're about to go into the third quarter of the year. But yeah, basically, man, once these companies aren't making the money and they're not selling what the fuck they're supposed to be selling, they're finna start laying off some employees. They don't want to have to pay and do all that. Look, we were selling 10 TVs a month. Now we're only selling 5. We had 4 people selling those 10 TVs. Now we only need 2, you motherfucker. It's basically how it's finna go. And that's not just one company. Elon Musk is telling his company, nigga, you're finna return to the office so that we can continue figuring out how we're finna make more money or leave. Elon Musk said, return to office or leave. That's the quote that I'm sitting here reading right now. And the reason why I'm talking about this, man, this bear market and this recession that everybody keeps talking about, you have to understand why we're going into the recession to even understand what you can do about it. Like how you can get yourself a little shock absorber. I'm saying if you ain't got no shock absorber, you need to be watching this. If you know people that don't have no shock absorber heading into this recession that we're about to go into, you better tell them to cut. Not just me. Tell them to go to Yahoo Finance and start reading. Tell them come watch me so I can try to, I'm a nigga explain it. Yeah, I'm going to explain it to the niggas in a way that we understand. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's about to be some trouble heading in these markets. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Everything that we've learned and everything that we've seen about money in these last couple years, it should have been a lesson. Yeah, all the money that they were giving you in 2020 with unemployment, the Trump checks and all that, whatever you spent that money on, if you don't see it today, and I'm telling you, look, one of my whole Trump checks went to my portfolio. Yeah, the whole Trump check, I just went on and put that in. Because, look, I had shock absorbers. On top of that, I needed shock absorbers. So I didn't need the Trump check when the last one came, so I just put that into the market. But I'm saying this in a sense. If you're looking around and you spent that money and you can't look around and see that you're still reaping the fruits of that Trump check, you need to understand, look, if they start giving out checks again, if they start giving out unemployment again, I hope you learned from how you spent your money the first time. Yeah. Another thing, man, I'm going to get into the what's it called before I really give y'all some suggestions on how to fix it. Like I said beforehand, I'm telling you right now, look, only spend money on the things that add value to your life. If it doesn't add, and not even to your life, not, oh, I want to go experience and have a good time. Only spend money on the shit that's really going to add value to you. Let's see, man. No more. Man, I'm telling you, man, beer companies, man, alcohol isn't selling the same. Alcohol is one of the number one, I'm not going to say drivers of the economy. Alcohol is probably one of the number one things people spend money on the most. And companies aren't even selling alcohol like that right now. I'm telling you, man, it's wild. I'll be honest, man, credit bureaus are making quite a bit of money because everybody's going into debt. And the more debt that people continue going into, that's going to fuck up the economy even more. And I'm saying this because the people that don't know how to ride their debt and don't know how to take care of their debt are really going to be in deep water come December. And on top of that, man, with credit, man, that's how you get into apartments. That's how you get cars. I mean, like percentage rates and stuff like that. Man, you got bad credit and you go get a car. Nigga, for a $10,000 car, you're going to be paying damn near $17,000. Probably more than that. Like they will tell you this car is worth $10,000, but we need you to pay us $17,000 type shit. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's finna get bad. And really, I'm just trying to teach people. I'm trying to educate people. I'm trying to show people, in a sense, a couple of things that they can do to really fix the economic state of their family. So yeah, man, let's see this. All these companies, the earnings and shit like that is bad. Meta's COO, Meta's Chief Operating Officer, which Facebook, Meta, Facebook, whatever. She's stepping down. I couldn't tell. Honestly, I believe she's stepping down because she's under quite a bit of pressure because Facebook is low-key fucking up. Facebook is going to be a stock to buy in about 5 or 6 years. Whenever Facebook rolls out their Ready Player One, Facebook is going to be the stock to buy. Interesting. IMAX COO or CEO. Man, he's talking about a summer boom. I'm telling you, man, he can be as optimistic as he wants to. She's stepping down. Let's see what else. And I'm saying this, listen, these are people. Warren Buffett, I haven't really heard Warren Buffett. I'm gonna be honest. Warren Buffett is the only index that's really beating this market at the moment. So whatever Warren Buffett puts some money into, he's up. Warren Buffett is up. I want to see what this goddamn JP Morgan, says. Another financial, I'll say financial guru. That's what I'm gonna call him. Another financial guru is talking about it's like watching a plane crash, meaning they don't know how far. They don't know how far this market is going to continue to fall. And honestly, this JP Morgan, this dude said that it's a hurricane. What it says is, he says it's headed, prepare for an economic hurricane as the economy struggles against unprecedented combination of challenges. Now, let's talk about some of these challenges. Let's see if he spoke on a couple of them. He said, we don't know if it's a minor hurricane or if it's motherfucking Hurricane Sandy. That's a quote. Nah, he's not talking about the challenges. I'm gonna tell you what's really challenging. First thing first, man, the cost of inflation. One of the challenges that's spearheading this hurricane that he's talking about is inflation and the price of everything going up. So, like I said, Walmart used to sell 10 TVs a month. Well, they've had to raise the price on those TVs. So they're not selling TVs like they used to. So now that the price of the TVs are going up, the only reason that they're not selling TVs is because the price is going up. So where you go get a 50-inch for $300-400, now you got to go get like $600-700 for a 50-inch, if you see what I'm saying. And so that's another reason why people aren't spending any money. They just don't have the money to spend. Another thing is, all those people that were quitting their jobs, once you go into this market and you realize, man, it's not a lot of jobs really paying a lot of money. If you have a job that is paying you well enough to keep the bills running or keep the bills paid, I'm telling you, you better stay there. And I don't mean to stay afloat, because at that point in time, like, man, if it's a hole in that boat, you can't even pay to fix it. Please don't do that. I'm not gonna tell you quit your job. I'm gonna tell you go get another job. Yeah, because it's people that don't have to live like that. At the same time, if you're not in the position to be able to patch a hole, if a hole comes to the boat, if you get into a car wreck and you don't have the money to go buy you a new car so that you can continue getting to work. And I'm telling you, I know people that are just like this. I know people that have gotten into car wrecks or something happened with their car and they couldn't afford to get that car fixed or go get a new car. So now they just can't afford to go to work no more. But if you can't afford to go to work no more, you definitely can't afford to pay the bills. And so I'm sitting here saying this in a sense, if you can't afford to patch a hole in your pockets, if you ain't got no shock absorber to patch a hole in your pocket, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be some problems here shortly. Another one of the challenges. So the inflation with the cost of everything going up. Second of all, the fact that people are no longer going to work, so they don't have the money, they don't have a job to be able to pay them in the sense that they can go and afford the things that need to be like and put money into the economy like it needs to be put in. And another thing with that goes, so now that people aren't out shopping the way that they should be shopping, the way that they need to be spending money to continue in a flourishing economy, now jobs are going to have to start laying people off. And those are just, I'm telling you, that was what I said, the inflation, people not going to work, people not having the money in the sense like the shock absorbers to even be able to continue to go to work. And then on top of that, the fact that companies are about to start laying people off. And those are just 3 out of everything else that's going on in this world. I'm telling you, honestly, what he's sitting here talking about is just kind of what J.P. Morgan is trying to do. Rising APRs in the percentage rate. Like I said, when you go buy a $10,000 car, it's finna cost a lot more than $10,000 if your credit's not right and you ain't got no real money. Dude's talking about shedding operating costs. Basically, kind of like, man, look, JP Morgan, what I came on here and said, only spend money on things that are going to add value to your life right now. The CEO of JP Morgan, Damon, I don't know how you say his name, he said the same thing. He said JP Morgan is finna cut down operating costs. Basically, the things that are not making him money, yeah, they're finna cut back on. So I got on here and told y'all only spend money on things that are gonna add value to your life. The CEO of JP Morgan said JP Morgan's finna do the same thing. If it's not adding value, if it's not making him money, he's finna cut back. And that's just a sign. I'm telling you, look, the same thing I just told y'all to do is literally the exact same thing he just said in this article. Let's see what else. They're talking about strong buys. I don't want to talk about no stocks. I don't want to tell nobody in a sense what stock to buy. I can tell y'all what's in my portfolio. I can tell y'all what I'm spending money on. First thing first, I look for companies with a moat. I might one of these days get on here and explain to y'all exactly what a moat is. Coca-Cola has a moat. Disney Channel has a moat. Or Disney has a moat. Verizon has a moat. I might get on here and explain to y'all what a moat is, but basically, if y'all remember back in the days where it was kings and shit like that, where they had like the moat built around their castle in a sense to protect it from any like you can't fuck with them. Even Apple, I believe Apple has a pretty strong moat as well. But yeah, basically, and the moat is really just the shock absorbers. Let me see what else they're talking about. The Fed keeps talking about this quantitative easing, what it means for financial markets. I don't even care to get into that. Let me see. Like I said, man, everything that we just witnessed as far as the economy goes in these last 2 years with the 2020 and them giving out money left and right for no reason, I hope that you learned your lesson. Because I'm telling you, as I just said, man, these jobs are finna start laying people off. People don't even have money, like stashes of money like they used to. What was the other one I just said? Oh, they're finna cut back on jobs. I don't even know the other challenges. I can't think about it right now. Walmart, the Walmart earnings is really what I wanted to get into. Because Walmart is where everybody spends their money. And so if Walmart's not making money like that no more, and Walmart actually, I believe, is one of the highest employers in the world. Literally in the world. Yeah, man, if Walmart is not making the money that it needs to, it's finna start laying people off. And if Walmart is finna start laying people off, everything else is finna start laying people. Gucci is finna start laying people off. Apple is finna start laying people off. Oh man, this this economic hurricane that we're finna go into, based off of all the challenges that are going on in the world right now, as far as what is it? The logistics problems that people are having, in a sense, man, products not getting to where it needs to go, or even when the products do get to where they need to go, because of inflation, the products cost too much in a sense for anybody to go get. I'm telling you, man, it's going to cause some serious problems in this, what's it called? And the only reason I'm telling you, I'm getting on here to educate. I just want to explain to y'all. I don't know if y'all watch the news. If you want some economic news, you can get on here and watch me every Wednesday. And I'm saying this because, man, there's only a couple ways to build up a shock absorbers. Yeah, because when it hits, it's gonna hit, and you need to have something in your pocket to sit back and ready to be able to, what I say, like, patch those holes in the ship. If you ain't got no money to be able to patch the holes in your economic ship or your financial ship, I'm telling you, it's gonna be some problems. One of the things I'm gonna tell you to do, like I said, man, just like the owner of JP Morgan said, man, only spend things on things that are gonna add value to you. Some things that you can invest in. Because the stock market is down right now, I would pick the best companies. I'm not going to tell y'all how to pick the companies and things of that nature. I'm going to tell you, and say first thing first, if you want to really learn how to pick stocks to put into your portfolio, all you got to do is go watch some YouTube videos, go read some of this, what's it called, and these financial reports, and they're going to tell you what you should be putting money on. If you want to know what a moat is, you can go to Google right now on your phone and type in a stock market moat. What's the question? But yeah, man, really innocent, man. Some of the things to do, some of the things you can put money onto, and how to know what you should invest in, like Disney Channel. Honestly, like, I got on my TikTok, I've been doing, I have a series where I basically go on there and talk about, man, the companies that you should invest your money into. Disney is a company that you should invest your money into. My grandkids will be spending money on Disney. Apple, honestly, though, you really have to go see what Apple is trying to do as far as Apple is trying to take over the world. Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. He's not playing no games. He's trying to take over the world. So not only is Apple, like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got 2 other iPhones on the floor right now. What to have saved for how long? What to invest in? Man, the companies that I put in my portfolio are the companies I said, baby, what are my grandkids gonna have? And then again, like when I say Apple, I started looking into actually like what Apple is trying to do. There is a company, when you go to the hospital, the EKG machines, and honestly, Apple really started with the Apple Watch. Like the company that has the EKG machines, the companies that basically almost all the equipment in a hospital comes from the same company. And the company that makes ambulances and all of the technology in the ambulance, Apple is trying to take over. I don't know if y'all know, man, Apple is trying to create their own ambulance. Apple is trying to have it where if you have an Apple Watch on and you have a heart attack, Apple is trying to make it to where they will send they will know exactly where you are, all of that. I'm telling you, Apple is trying to take over the medical industry. Why? Because as long as you're taking care of sick people, it's always going to be sick people. It's always going to have a market. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, the best thing that I say to invest, whatever your grandkids are going to be using, that's what you invest in. Coca-Cola, people are always going to drink soda. Coca-Cola is the #1 beverage producer in the world. Disney, like I said, Apple. Let me see what's in my stock market. Or let me see what's in my portfolio. I'll tell you some shit. Let me see. Verizon has a moat. Verizon is the #1 cell phone carrier in all of Europe. And Europe is the biggest, what's it called, country or continent or whatever it is. Actually, I think it's Russia type shit. But I also believe the Verizon is the #1 what's it called in Russia too. Client login. Look, I got my fingerprint, nigga. You can't get into my portfolio without my fingerprint. So yeah, I got quite a bit of money in Verizon. Disney, American Airlines. Honestly, I bought a couple of American Airlines stocks just to bullshit. Bank of America, which kind of like I just said. Let's go back to this Yahoo Finance. What did it say? One of these companies. I don't know where was I just at? I said something. TransUnion credit. Because this nation is built off of credit, financial institutions like that, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, what's that? TransUnion, yeah, financial institutions, because this nation is built off of credit, all the financial institutions are always going to rise. Until the fall of America, financial institutions will be here. They put their what's it called on the American dollar for a reason. Took it off the gold standard and put it in the fucking web, because now they're just making goddamn money for no reason with nothing really to back it up. But yeah, I'm saying as long as you invest in financial institutions like that, then you'll be all right. What else? I got Bank of America just because I had Bank of America. It's the only reason I bought some Bank of America stock. I bought a couple other things in a sense, just the bullshit. But it's more, one of them's MindMed. If you don't know what that is, basically it's the company that is introducing and doing all the studies for the psychedelics. I believe psychedelics are going to be, it's a thing of the future. It's going to take some time. But psychedelic, with the mental state of all these goddamn school shootings and shit like that, psychedelics is going to help that. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if you've ever done shrooms or acid or DMT. Yeah, psychedelics is going to be a thing of the future. It's going to help people. On top of that, they're already doing studies and tests. Man, there's already people getting prescribed like mushrooms and like doses, and you just take this little pill, and yeah, we're going to get you right. You said what to have saved. I say 6 months of your bills. I don't know if you budget. I don't budget like that. I know every 28 days my bank account gets bigger. For real. That's it. As long as every 28 days. Now I have at least 3-4 months of my bills saved. I'll say 3-4 months of my bills saved. And that's why I said that in the sense about like the financial boat or whatever. Man, you got to be able to have some money to do some patchwork. If your car breaks down, you got to be able to have some money to buy a new car. What I mean, as far as like the rent prices and shit like that going up, you got to have, if you lose your job or your partner or whatever lose your job, both of you need to have like in each individual bank account at least 3 to 4. I'll say at least 3 months. I would stack up to about 6. I'll be honest with you. And I'm saying that in the sense that that's the patchwork. You got to be able to do some, if anything goes down, you got to have some patchwork. For how long? I would say for the rest of life, keep 3 months saved. This is going to happen for the next, I'll say at least 2 years though. Because we're not really into the recession yet, because the effects of the inflation and everything like that hadn't hit. I'm telling like how, man, rent is getting higher. Like rent was hitting all-time highs in January. Right now, it's even higher. I'm so serious. You thought gas was high. We thought gas was high in January. Gas is higher. Man, California, I was just looking on this. As a matter of fact, it might even still be on here. California gas just hit an all-time high. Literally today. Like, literally, that story came out today. And I'm saying this, you think it's high right now. It's finna keep going up. Yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. So for how long? Recessions really only last a couple years. Like, I don't know if you really remember the 2008 crash, and truly that was just the housing market crash. So once the housing market crashed, it kind of fucked, like it had a ripple effect in the stocks and everything like that. But I don't remember, I was a child, so I don't remember it like that. I remember when it happened, and I remember the price of everything. I remember watching the news and everything like that, and there was some shit happening. By 2010, we were almost out of that. So, like, truly, I'm telling, like, I say 2024, 2025. You need to buckle down and take some serious notes and start saving some serious money. And I say that kind of like when I got out here, my first thing that I said was, man, I bought more shoes this year than I have in the last 5 or 6 years. I've bought more shoes since January than I have the last 5 or 6 years. I'm not going to buy another pair of shoes for quite a while. I don't know. I just like shoes, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I got too many boxes in my closet right now. But I'm saying this because even the JP Morgan CEO just said they're about to start cutting back on things that aren't making them any money. So if it's not going to add value to your life, if it's not going to help you in the next 5 or 10 years, man, you better not be spending no money on it. It's dangerous. The way that this economy is going and shit like that, it's going to be dangerous to be spending money like that. You said for how long? But yeah, man, recessions, honestly, like I can even Google just to see what they say. How long does a recession usually last? $18 months. Between 8 and 18 months. And we're not even in a recession right now. The average spans about 11 months, about a year. So I say, in a sense, probably like from right now, at least 2024. That's why I said 2024, truly, because we're in 2022. By 2024, we'll be back right. Now, the recession, honestly, man, because I don't even want to speak on a depression. Because for it to be a depression, it has to be a lot of things. But honestly, I believe we're gonna go to war if we go into a depression. But we're like nigga, I'm telling you, whoever gets voted into office 2024, if it starts looking like depression, nigga, we're going to war. Because that's the only thing that got us out of the first Great Depression, and that's facts. Honestly, the First World War is what sent us into the goddamn depression. I don't know if y'all know any economic history like that, but yeah. World War II is what got us out the first depression, or out the first Great Depression. So I don't want to talk about depression because I don't think that's where it's gonna go. At the same time, if that's where it's headed, that's exactly what it's gonna do. So you said, yeah, what to invest in? Man, things that are gonna be around for a minute. Like I said, man, financial institutions. I don't know. I follow Tim Cook, the Apple CEO. I put my money behind him all day, every day. I'll be honest with you. Even Google is fucking losing money right now. Google's earnings reports is down. See, Google is the #1 search engine in the world, and even its earnings is going down. Yeah, man, financial institutions. I invest in gold and shit like that. Like, I'm finna get me an all gold, like a heavy ass gold watch. It's a couple things that you could really invest in the sense like on top of that, you gotta go get it appraised. Any nigga that's in there talking to me about chains and shit like that, I don't even believe it's real. I don't give a fuck about no diamond tester or none of that. When you bring me you can show me the paperwork and show that it's been appraised, that they've weighed that shit out, and nigga, somebody else says, I don't trust no nigga with no watches on. I need an appraisal. So yeah, I'm finna spend quite a bit of money on some gold, and then go get it appraised. And at that point, I'm telling you, man, I lose one of these rings, and they're gonna send me the money for it. Yeah, you can get insurance on the appraisal and all types of shit. Yeah, what to have saved, man? I'm telling you, at least 3 to 6 months of your bills. And for how long? I don't. For as far as savings, I would do that forever. I would just continue stacking up however much money I need saved, and that's liquid cash. Like not with gold. I don't want to have to go sell my gold in the sense to then do that. So like I need the liquid to be able to pay the bills. And yeah, man, for about 2 years, it said for some businesses that can feel like an eternity. For people, it says for those directly affected by job loss, it could feel like eternity. That's exactly what this says. But yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. And I don't even want to get on here to really like we are going into this, but I'm telling you, man, there's things that you can do. Like I said, man, if you have a job that's paying you good money or whatever, man, you better stop spending on excess. Whatever excess, I'm telling you, man, like, man, I don't know. I could bring up my excess and the shit that I spend with, kind of like I said, shoes type shit. I'm just finna sit back with these little shoes I got in the club. I'm finna stop buying shoes. Yeah, man, you can't be fuck the excess. You gotta trim the fat. That's what that's what companies call it. That's what the JP Morgan CEO is talking about. I don't even know the word that he said, but basically it's man, the shit that's not making him money, he's finna cut the fuck back on. And I'm saying this again, because the things that are really challenging this economy, the inflation. So the price of everything going up, people not spending money. People not going to work, so they don't even have the money to even put into the economy. And then people not spending the money because of inflation and the fact that they don't have the money and don't have jobs to be able to buy this shit. These jobs are finna start firing people, man. What's it called? That's why it says job loss. Yeah, man, it's a couple. I'm gonna be honest with you. That I was telling one of my little girlfriends, but literally just this morning. That is why that's why I like working in like warehouses and shit. Like, they're always gonna need somebody to build something. They're always gonna need something to be able to transport, like the fucking CDL drivers and truck drivers and shit like that. They're always gonna have a job. If you work in the medical field, you're always gonna have a job. All this retail shit, they don't give a fuck about none of that. If you know somebody working in retail, you better tell them go get them a career somewhere else ASAP. Oil and shit like that, yeah, man, motherfuckers like in institutions and in fields like that is always gonna be work. But this GameStop, Victoria's Secret, Target, Zune, even tech companies, they don't need that many like I don't know. I know a lot of people doing this call center work. Man, you work for a fucking call center, man. They ain't finna fire you first. Those are the first jobs that finna get laid off. Why? Because man, they don't have to pay no robot to answer the phone. Yeah, and I'm this shit man, and I'm saying that because I feel like they would rather people complain about not being able to get into contact with them and shit, like, and having trouble with the robot than they would. Man, I'm not finna pay nobody. Man, hell no. We're not making money like that. I ain't got the money to pay y'all to sit at home and bullshit. I don't know. I know a lot of people with this, I want to do call center work so I can stay at home and so yeah, man, that's some of the things you can do, man. Just stack your chips. Stack your chips. Companies to invest in. Honestly, in my portfolio, I have quite a bit of dividend portfolios. Or quite a bit of dividend stocks. And what a dividend is they pay you for owning part of the company. Google pays dividend. I believe Apple pays dividends. Bank of America pays dividends. Verizon, I have quite a bit of money in Verizon because of their dividends. Coca-Cola pays dividends. Disney used to pay dividends. They're going to bring it back, but because of the financial state of the world, they stopped their little dividend for a minute. But in a bear market, when the stocks are going down, like I'm telling you, like if I went to my portfolio and showed my shit is in the red. I probably lost about $1,500 just since the stock market crashed type shit. Now all the companies I invest in, they're eventually going to go back up, but the ones that are down pay me dividends, so I'm still getting paid regardless of wherever that, it don't matter. Like if you go look at like how many shares I own in certain companies, it'll say like 2.3, and you can't really buy like 0.3 of a stock, like of a share in a sense. But because of the dividend, like I don't take the money from the dividends, because if you do get the money from them, you got to pay taxes on it. That's another thing. Yeah, I don't like paying taxes. Like how motherfuckers was getting mad talking about Donald Trump don't pay taxes. It's a movie. What's it called? Iron Man. I think it's the third one. It might be the second one. But the bitch, Pepper Potts comes into the basement and she's sitting there talking to him about something, and his cars are gone. Why are his cars gone? He makes it seem like, oh, like I needed some more robots and I needed more room type shit. But she asked, like, you sold the whole, what's it called? Like the whole car collection? In the first movie, he had car collection and shit. And I think it's the second or third one. And she's like, you sold the car collection? She's like, it took me a long time to go buy those cars. And he's like, yeah, I needed that money. He said tax breaks. That's the word he said. He was like, yeah, I need that money for tax breaks or something like that type shit. Like, man, you'd have made so much money. You just gotta, man, yeah, I don't want to pay taxes. It's a lot of things. Honestly, one of these days I might get on here and show y'all how to get the fuck out of paying taxes. I don't pay for my internet. Like this Wi-Fi that all these phones are on right now. Yeah, I don't pay for none of that. Shit, I'm telling you right now, because of my businesses, I'm finna figure out a way where I don't gotta pay my phone bill neither. Every FlyBoiiEnt hoodie that y'all see me on, yeah, I don't pay for that. Yeah, I get more back in taxes because I go buy hoodies. So as long as I continue buying hoodies and putting FlyBoiiEnt on that bitch, where's it? I don't pay for this. The Murphy Show shit, yeah, I'm not. Let me see something else. If I want to go buy a new laptop, I'm telling you, I'm not paying for the new laptop. Nah, hell no. They gonna give it. I'm gonna go pay $2,700 for the new. I'll show you. Y'all see that big ass MacBook right there? That big ass MacBook. Yeah, I'm gonna go pay about $2,700, probably about $3,000 for a new one, because I need a bigger screen and a faster computer. Yeah, I'm not finna. That's a tax, man. Hell, no, I'm not paying for that. So yeah, with the dividends and shit like that, I don't take the money. I can show you in a sense how much money I've made from it just since I've been owning it type shit. But I don't put it into my pocket because you got to pay taxes on it. Yes, let me see what else, man. Because I did do a little breakdown of what I want to talk about on here today. Like I said, man, the bear market, only spend money on things gonna add value to you. The earnings, yeah, they're finna start letting people the fuck off. Yeah, Walmart, I'm telling you, Walmart's finna start laying people off. And I'm telling you, like I said, I do believe what I was reading since the other day. It said that Walmart is the #1 employer in the world. And if they're finna start laying people off, nigga, how many people you think they're finna lay off? Like I said, man, everything that we've learned in these last couple of years, looking at the financial state of the world and looking at the financial state of this country, I hope you learned a lesson from. I'm telling you, I don't lose nothing. I just learn from it. Yeah, I ain't never took a loss. Can't nobody ever say I took a loss. I learned, goddamn. The dividends do help. The dividend companies that you invest in, they do help in the market. Only because I don't know, I feel some type of more happiness just because I know, nigga, even if I just lost $1,500 for that stock, I'm finna get more money, or they're still paying me. That's really all I got for today. Yeah, man, it's dangerous. We're heading into dangerous times. I'm telling you, man. You better get your shock absorbers right. I don't know, man. There's some other things I can tell you, some other news reportings and shit like that. I might talk about. I might start getting on here like. I'm really just right now giving y'all the news, and I get on here to read the shit. I might start making more videos throughout the week, like I said, to explain modes, to explain some of the stocks that you can look at. But I don't care to tell y'all about the stocks there or the companies that I'm looking to invest in, only because I don't know nothing. I'll tell you, I don't know a fucking thing. How I said my great-grandkids going to be doing something with Disney, I'm telling you, Google could go buy Disney tomorrow and that whole, everything I'm talking about would be dead. And Google has the money to do it. Like Elon Musk was about to buy Twitter. Elon Musk could buy Disney if he wanted to. Yeah, and at that point, look, I don't know what I don't want nothing to do with Tesla. I'll be honest with you. Fuck no. Whatever Elon Musk is talking about, I don't want nothing to do with it. And so that's why I don't really care to talk to y'all about certain shares. Like I said, man, the company, man, just go look up the company. I looked up Apple. I wanted to see what the fuck Apple had going on with their ambulance. The Apple Watches, when they came out with the Apple Watch. Tim Cook even said in an interview, because I listened to what the fuck he be talking about. He said he's trying to, man, Apple wants their own hospitals. What the technology that they're putting into that goddamn Apple Watch as far as health goes, that whole health and medical field, that's what the fuck Apple is trying to do. And yeah, that's why I said, man, I follow Tim Cook anywhere. I don't trust Elon Musk, so I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what he has going on. Tim Cook, as far as a business person, I fuck with, kind of like Warren Buffett. Everything in my portfolio, Warren Buffett has in his portfolio, or had. He might have sold all his shares to go buy something else or something else type shit. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I follow people. Man, I don't know, man. You gotta follow the gurus. The niggas who've been doing this for a long time, and that's who you gotta go follow. Like I said, man, I promise I don't fucking know nothing. Don't ask, man, look. I fuck with y'all though, man. I appreciate you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, man. I'm telling you, man, tell your people what I'm telling you, because it's finna get rough these next couple months. And I'm not finna. I'm gonna get on here and report. Even if I don't buy nothing, I'm finna get on here and report to y'all the news. Peace and blessings to you, man. Appreciate you for watching.